I'm Angela Camacho with Queen Bee Latina. Thank
Hi.
you for having me. I actually had a question about the gang and their little personalities. I love the fact that each of them has a very distinct and very, just different personalities. What was the creative process and thought process behind each character?
Well, I think, we wanted to make a movie really based on, where the heroes of the movie are these creatures that are generally regarded as a bit scary and deadly. And so we chose possibly the most poisonous creature in Australia, which is the taipan snake, and then these other little creepy crawlies around her, like the funnel web spider and the thorny devil lizard and the scorpion. But when it came to sort of creating their personalities, we really sort of lent into a lot of the physicality of the creatures. Like with Maddie, she's got these fangs, she's poisonous, but she's made to feel that that's a bad thing at the beginning of the movie. And so we thought a lot about maybe a teenage girl with braces who's not feeling good about herself, with Zoe, who's the gothic, she's got the spikes, she's got the, thorny devil lizards are these great escape artists. So we thought she's the super smart one who escapes. Frank, funnel web spiders do these incredibly weird dances. So we thought that's a bit like a teenage boy who's not quite comfortable in his own body yet, but he's really trying, to get it all together. It's just, so we let the animals themselves sort of inform a lot of the personalities. But it was really, I think, the actors and the character designers who really brought them to life and made them so appealing.
Yeah. I love that. Thank you.
Thanks.
I think what I love about this is that the kids can relate to it, because a lot of times they also feel that they can't fit in school because they're different or they look different. Sometimes they're being judged because of what they look like. What do you think is the main takeaway for the children and for kids?
I think there's a number of takeaways. I mean, it is a lot about not judging a book by its cover,
Right.
or its fangs, or any of those things. Or even, with Pretty Boy, you think he's going to be the cutest, the nicest, and then the perceptions are shifted. And so, it has a quality of celebrity culture where you're being watched or you're highly privileged. And I think in each of the characters, as they go through the movie, they kind of evolve into understanding what's underneath the surface of each of them. But they also realize that family is often who you travel with, and home is where the heart is. It has a lot of different messages.
Yeah.
That
sorry, go on, Claire.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, you mentioned a lot about, kids sort of not fitting in, feeling that they're different and stuff. And we have noticed a lot of that, increasingly more so, it seems, happening around the world, people turning on each other because they're different or being scared of each other because they're different. And we did want to say in this movie that one of the messages that was very important to us was that our differences should not keep us apart. They should not divide us. They should bring us together. We should celebrate the fact that other people are different. We should celebrate the fact that we're different. And just as we celebrate what we have in common, it's the differences that make us unique. And it's about being open to others, not being judgmental. So that's because of what's on the surface. So that was an important part of the film for us.
Thank you. So, what was it like working with Isla Fisher? I thought she was absolutely perfect for this role because she brings so much into the character. She's in real life. I've met her before, and I know she's really sweet and kind. And so, what was it like working with her behind the scenes?
It was great. She was fabulous, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's such a generous person, and but she's also incredibly bold, and she's not afraid to put herself out there. And she'd say the lines that we on the page, but then she'd go off on these tangents that were just sometimes totally crazy, but sometimes just so spot on and funny. She's a wonderful actress and a lovely person.
We were very fortunate. I mean, we were doing this during lockdown. And so she was in her closet a lot of the time, because you'd have to baffle the sound with clothing to try and get the best sound, because we'd send out a kit with a microphone, and she had to be her own sound engineer. It was very hard going on all the actors, but it was also lovely that she would really embrace doing it and really brought so much to the role.
Yeah, she goes in boots and all, Ala. She's a very bold performer and a kind one.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.